The small town of Willow Creek was known for its peculiar legend. It told the tale of a girl named Emily who possessed an uncanny ability to return every lost item that crossed her path. At first, it seemed like a wonderful gift. Children would lose their toys and find them again in the most unlikely places. Parents would misplace their keys only to have them reappear on the doorstep. As time passed, however, people began to notice something unsettling about Emily's behavior. She never lost anything herself, no matter how hard she tried or where she went. Her room was spotless, her clothes were always pressed, and not a single item of hers had ever gone missing. It was as if the universe itself was conspiring to keep everything in its place. One stormy night, Emily's parents received an unexpected visit from their neighbors, who arrived with a large box containing a family heirloom that had been lost for years, a priceless antique vase. The neighbor explained that they had found it buried beneath a pile of leaves on the outskirts of town and were eager to return it to its rightful owners. As Emily's parents accepted the gift, she watched from across the room with an unnerving intensity. The next morning, her mother discovered a small note hidden in Emily's room, a simple message scrawled on a piece of paper that read, "I've been waiting." The family was left to wonder if their daughter had somehow manipulated the universe into returning every lost item, or if she possessed some otherworldly power. As they pondered this question, Emily sat quietly in her room, surrounded by an eerie silence, as if she were holding a secret that no one else could possibly understand. Emily had always been an organized person. She kept her room spotless and color-coded her folders in school. But there was one thing that set her apart from the rest of humanity: she could never seem to lose anything. It started when Emily's family moved into their new home, a sprawling suburban house with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Her parents had spent hours unpacking boxes and setting up furniture, but it wasn't until they found themselves searching for missing items day after day that they realized something was amiss. A lost sock here, a misplaced book there, nothing seemed to be staying in one place. As the days turned into weeks, Emily's family began to notice strange occurrences around the house. Doors would open and close on their own, and objects would reappear with no explanation. At first, they thought it was just coincidence or misplacement, but soon they realized that something more sinister was at play. It wasn't until they found a photograph of themselves from years ago in Emily's room, one she had never seen before, that they began to suspect the truth. Emily would return every lost item with an unsettling smile on her face, as if she were enjoying some private joke. Her family tried everything to stop it, labeling their belongings, using tracking devices, even locking away valuable items in a safe. But no matter what they did, Emily's ability seemed to grow stronger by the day. And one night, when her parents came home from work and found that all of their possessions had been returned, including something they thought was lost forever, they realized with chilling certainty, Emily wasn't just returning lost items, she was collecting them for herself. The small town of Willow Creek was known for its quaint charm and friendly residents. However, there existed an enigmatic figure who had captured the attention of many with her peculiar gift: she could return any lost item to its rightful owner. At first, it seemed like a blessing in disguise. Children would find their misplaced toys, couples would reunite with long-lost photographs, and individuals would recover stolen goods from pickpockets. The girl's reputation grew rapidly as word of her abilities spread throughout the town. People began calling her the girl who returned lost things. As time passed, however, a sense of unease settled over Willow Creek. It started with small things, a misplaced key here, a forgotten book there. But soon, people realized that their lost items were not just being returned, they were also coming back in strange and unsettling ways. A child's favorite toy would reappear on the doorstep at midnight, accompanied by an eerie whisper, "I'm home." A couple's cherished photograph would materialize on a stranger's coffee table, with no memory of how it got there. One stormy night, Emily, a young resident of Willow Creek, discovered her own lost item, a family heirloom locket that had been passed down through generations. As she held the locket in her trembling hands, she realized that the girl who returned lost things was not just returning items, she was also collecting them. And once they were back with their owners, Emily wondered if it would be possible to say goodbye to these returned treasures forever, or if they would continue to haunt Willow Creek, waiting for the next lost item to return home.